Isak is quite clear. He doesn't want to be on the pitch. Isak wants to go to Liverpool. So the position of the player remains very clear. The position of the player is really important in this saga. Liverpool are ready, waiting for Newcastle. But guys, still there is the right definition also for the Alexander Isak deal, because Liverpool are still there. Liverpool are still prepared to bid if and when Newcastle will open doors to this move. Alexander Isak is doing his part in this story because Alexander Isak is not changing his stance. The player will not be available for the opening game against Aston Villa. Meanwhile, Newcastle today, after signing Malik Chow, 40 million euros from Milan, package, don't include. Today, Newcastle also closed the deal for Jacob Ramsey from Aston Villa for 40 million pounds package. So, Ramsey is coming. Chow is done. Newcastle are working on the market, also looking at a striker, but obviously, if they find a striker and they decide to let Alexander Isak go, trust me, Liverpool will be very ready to sign an official bid and to go in a very strong way for Alexander Isak in the final days of the window. Meanwhile, Isak will not be available for the game against Aston Villa. Isak doesn't want to play for Newcastle anymore. The message is quite clear for the Aston Villa game. Then, obviously, Newcastle will face Liverpool, and the idea for Alexander Isak is quite clear. He doesn't want to be on the pitch. Isak wants to go to Liverpool. So the position of the player remains very clear. The position of the player is really important in this saga. Liverpool are ready, waiting for Newcastle. And Newcastle now are in a position where they have to make a decision for Alexander Isak with a bit more than 2 weeks to go, but the Premier League is about to start, and obviously this kind of case is going to have an important impact on their plans for present and for future. So this is going to be an interesting topic for sure.
Alexander Isak is reportedly intrigued by the project being developed at Liverpool under new manager Arne Slot. The Swedish striker sees a potential move to Anfield as a major step forward in his career, believing the club's ambitions and Slot's vision align perfectly with his own goals. Isak is particularly drawn to the attacking style of play that Slot promotes, a high-tempo, fluid offensive approach that he feels could bring out the best in his skill set.